Welcome to the crew build contest.
Alright, as Kama has stated, we are back and we are ready for a build contest. Now before we get into the build contest, I want to mention something. We have added 2 new crew members that you guys may be aware of, and they're standing before me. First, we'd like to welcome Kama to the crew, and also the lovely Dee is now a member of the crew. So we are very happy to have both of them here. They've been really helpful in the past and helped us with a lot of stuff, and we are excited to see them and have them as part of the crew. And this will be their first video that they do with us. So now let's go ahead and get started here, since we've got a long day ahead of us. We're going to have a build contest, but we're going to do this a little differently. For this build contest, we are not going to reveal who the players are. All the crew members are going to change into Steve skins, and the fans here watching won't be able to tell who's building what. So when you guys are voting today, you're going to be voting based on the creation that you think is the best. Now, today's build theme, literary characters. You guys have 2 hours. Are you ready? All right. Let's begin.
5 bits, brains and brains. 5 bits, 5 bits, brains and brains. 5 bits, 5 bits, brains and brains. 5 bits, 5 bits, brains and brains. 5 bits.
Alright, so you guys can see we have all of our beautiful literary characters that were created. So, since we're trying to conceal who did what, I'm going to now show you the creations, and I'll tell you what the creators had to say about them, but I won't reveal who the creator was. Alright, first off, we have someone's creations of Mr. Men. And supposedly here, this is not something that I'm aware of. So Mr. Men is a series of children's books. The series features characters with names such as Mr. Tickle and Mr. Happy, who have personalities and physical attributes based on their names. So from front to back, we have Mr. Happy, Mr. Greedy, Mr. Strong, Mr. Bump, Mr. Fuzzy, Mr. Tall, and Mr. Skinny. And then on the side, we have Mr. Tickle. Alright, so that's the Mr. Men creation. Now next up, we have Stargirl. Now this is a book about a girl who is an individual. She turns up randomly at Leo's school, and he can't get her out of his head. She stands up for everything that doesn't fit into the normal at her local high school. So vote for this one, because this book, Stargirl, is the crew members who did this favorite character and was inspiration for that person in the crew. Now let's look down here. I see a few signs. Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. Summary is at the back of the book. So let's go back here. And let's back up a little bit. Here it is. Daring to be different, Stargirl is a high school student who defies normal and chooses her own name and identity. Who is Stargirl really? So let's take another quick look here around at the creation. Alright, next up, and I'm just kind of going in order of the closeness of them. So next up here, we have from the Hunger Games. This crew person has built Katniss Everdeen, the narrator of the story and the female tribute from District 12. At age 16, Katniss volunteers to enter the 74th Hunger Games after her sister Primrose is chosen to be a tribute. So let's take a look here at everything. Alright. Next up, let's look down here. We have a sign. Alice in Wonderland. So we have the Drink Me. Now the crew person who built this one has to say that I read this classic book when I was younger, and when I found out the build competition was for and about literary characters, I really thought it would be a good idea to do Alice in Wonderland, because it is a classical book that many people would have read and even watched the films. The most recent remake being Alice in Wonderland by Tim Burton. I really hope you like this build. It was very fun to make and took a lot of effort and time to make it as good as it is. I focused on the main characters in the film, Alice and the Cheshire Cat, and the shrinking potion, and the key with a label saying, "Drink Me." I would have made the Mad Hatter if I'd had enough time. Vote for me, please. So let's just spin around here. Get a full 360 view. There's the Cheshire Cat. Alright, next up, we have The Wizard of Oz. I started with the Scarecrow first, as he is my favorite. I think he came out really good. The Tin Man I think looks pretty good. I would have liked a bit longer, but I think he looks alright. Dorothy came out decent. And the Lion, I wished I had spent more time on, but I think overall my build came out very good. I really enjoyed this one, so if you like my build, then you can vote for me, but vote on who you think looks the best. You can kind of see here, the characters are all kind of locked in hands as they follow the yellow brick road. Alright, next up, we have... This is BFG, the Big Friendly Giant, from the book by Ronald Dahl. And in this build, the BFG is holding Sophie, the little girl from the book. Vote for me, please. Now you can see her face. So let's take a look around here. Alright, next up, this very tall one. This is the character Coraline from the book Coraline by Neil Gaiman. It took pretty much the 2 whole hours to build. This is her in her muddy welly boots and rain jacket, and her eyes are buttons. The person that built this built it because they were stuck for ideas and the book was on their shelf. Vote for it because it's the tallest build. Okay, thanks. Bye. So let's take a look around here. You can see the mud on the boots. Alright, and last but not least, we have our final creation by one of the crew. And this is Sherlock Holmes. Now here is what the crew member had to say. Sherlock Holmes is a book series written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, a London-based consulting detective whose abilities border on the fantastic. Holmes is famous for his astute logical reasoning, his ability to adopt almost any disguise, and his use of forensic science skills to solve difficult cases. I used a Google image to build an accurate Holmes that not resembles the movie. I wanted the original Holmes. I also tried to copy the image as good as possible. I hope you liked the build. I had much fun doing it. So there you guys go. There is Sherlock Holmes. So let's just kind of pan back out here so we can show all of the creations again. Now remember, when you vote on these, you're going to be voting on the creation, and you're not going to know which crew member built these. So please vote on the one that you think is the best. Don't try to guess who may have built something and then vote based off that. Also, the link of the video description here will have, of course, a link to the voting, so you can vote on your favorite. You can only vote once, but I'm also going to have a second link where you can try to guess which crew members made these. And we'll just see how good people guess. But remember, when you're voting for your favorite, vote for the one you think looks the best and was the best overall design. So we look forward to seeing the results, and I'll let the voting go for 1 week. And then at the end of the week, the voting will close, and I'll do a video recapping who did what. So again, get your votes in, and we look forward to seeing who's going to come out on top. A lot of good creations here, so it should be fun to see how you guys vote.